I got my chromacopia going. Shout outs to Tyler. You know what I mean? I know they in the media for a whole bunch of foolishness, but I still support. And I've been hating on Tyler all year. Since June, I've been hating on Tyler. Nothing that they did of their own, but I went to Bonnaroo and it got canceled for the third time in 5 years, which is Live Nation. Meanwhile, Tyler was supposed to perform on Friday. My first show was Leon Thomas. I was so hyped to see Leon Thomas just because the company man keeps talking about him so much. That was my first show on Friday. Tyler didn't perform. And when you pay your money and when you travel, when you go to somewhere to watch an artist perform and they don't, oh man, you don't listen to that. Well, I don't listen to their music the same. It hurts. Meanwhile, like I said, Tyler didn't cancel the show. Bonnaroo canceled the show. So I've been hating on Tyler ever since Bonnaroo. And I've been telling my homie, I don't like Tyler. You know what I mean? I don't like Tyler because of their interviews, how they interview. I don't like Tyler outside of performing because of their actions. And every time I see Tyler perform, you know what I mean, I have a great time. Like, some of the songs I don't like, he don't perform those songs. You know what I mean? So it's like, I only see the Tyler face to face at a concert. And like I said, I have a great time at his concerts. And there's a difference between liking somebody and loving somebody. So I love Tyler. You know what I mean? I don't like what they be doing. You know what I mean? And it's not for me to like because I'm not doing it. In case I was doing it, then I could stop it. But I'm not doing it. It's none of my business. So one thing that Kendrick said and Mr. Morale that helped me out tremendously because I'm sensitive is I'm done with the sensitive taking it personal. I'm done with the black and the white, the wrong and the right. Meanwhile, I'm sensitive. So when some people do stuff, you know, I be taking it personal. And it's like, man, this is they world too, bro. Like, you just an extra in they movie, but they're an extra in your movie. So let them be their main character. Let the main character do what the main character's doing. Like, you don't have to like what somebody's doing in order to love them. And like I said, for me, the liking has everything to do with your actions. In case I don't like your actions, I don't like you. You know what I mean? But just because I don't like your actions don't mean I don't love you, because love is unconditional. And like I said, you can't take that away. You can do whatever you like. I'm still going to love you, and I can love you from a distance. I ain't got to be all up in your business. I can mind my own business. Meanwhile, this is not going to be a Tyler video. That's just what I had to say about Tyler. And like I said, I figured me talking about Tyler and everybody else talking about Tyler, it can kind of like mesh in together, and maybe the algorithm will spit it out to more people. That was that. So this right here is going to be, oh no, not the camera. JK, LOL. Looks like my mom's calling me right now. So this is the second part to my half of y'all don't know KDOT, and that's going to be my first season on YouTube. So my whole first season is going to be about explaining KDOT, you know what I mean, and how they've shaped me since. At 2:01, I said I don't like people, I like humans in that video. And at 4:46, I missed what is a human. A human is a being. And I didn't explain where humane came from. Hu plus human equals humane. And I didn't explain where kind came from. Mankind plus human equals kind. Now, people choose not to look at reality through this lens. And I got a lot of notes, so I'm going to be in and out of the camera shot. So just to get this chair out of the way. And this is something I've been working on since August 29th. So nobody's video or anything that recently happened that's trending has made me do this video. Shout out to Cousin B, CBS Reacts on YouTube. This is the actual shirt, Danger Squad, that I got when I hopped into the live from New Beginnings first live. So this is that shirt. Make sure you cop the merch. So I said, humane is hue plus human equals humane. And then the other video I said, in case you could write something backwards and forward, that's how you know you're onto some kind of truth. And mankind and human equals kind. So in case they ask you where does humane come from, you can say human plus hue. And then when they ask you where the kind comes from, you can get humankind equals mankind. Meanwhile, the human is a being is something that I missed at the 446 mark. And when you look at the definition of human being, you literally get man, woman, and child. That's not me making this up. I made this up, but I didn't make human being means that. And then there's being human. So there's a difference between human being and being human. I'll explain that later. So the people, they choose to look at the world through one side or the other. So hue minus human equals man. And mankind minus human equals hue kind. Now this is where, like I said, I got my notes, and so these people only choose to see one side, meaning we are all man. So men stick together, bros before hoes. That's stupid. Meanwhile, or we're all woman, meaning all men are dogs. So I grew up when they said men are from Mars and women are from Venus. So everybody knew that we wasn't from Earth, meaning they came from different planets, which this way of thinking lets you know that we're all in this together. Or they'll see the reality through hue kind, meaning we all have the same hue or the same skin, so we are the same kind, or skin folk or kinfolk. Now, some people think they're not enough. Some people think they're not worth it, that they're all alone, that no one cares about them. Some people think they're invisible. They have no control. They're in a box, closed in. I'm going to break out and then hide every lot. I'm going to break out and then hide every lot. Separation is an illusion. Everything is connected. Before Europeans, there was no such thing as race in the human psyche. I don't like people because people act and pretend like labels. Black, white, yellow, orange, red, brown, Christian, Muslim, American, European, Asian, male, female, gay, straight, etc. All labels. You aren't who you thought you were. You are who they taught you were. Be brainwashed by others or be brainwashed by yourself. Being human being a human means being humane. Anti-label. Humans are the all, people are the parts. That will come back later. Two people that most people see are black people and white people. Black people and white people only exist in the States or USA Inc. Take someone from France, Russia, Italy, Germany, and England. They can't even speak the same language. So they can't talk to each other. And they will identify as the country, meaning I'm French, I'm Russian, I'm Italian, I'm German, I'm English. Take the same people and put them in the US and they're white. Now, white people act and think they are better than everybody. Black people too. Black people don't like white people, and white people don't like black people. From 5 to 6 to about 12 years old, I was black, meaning 12 years of age, I was thinking my shade was too dark. I didn't love myself, and until I regained consciousness, that was To Pimp a Butterfly, 2015. I saw Kendrick at Bonnaroo, and it changed my whole outlook on what was real and what was fake. Now, remember I said black people and white people think they are better than everybody. But that's the American way. Fake it until you make it. The difference between acting and thinking and being and knowing is a huge difference. Meaning, everything you think, you don't know. Just because you think something don't mean you know it. And acting, act tough. So you can act tough. I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough. Meaning, there's a difference between acting tough and actually being tough. And then one way you can see an act is a prank. So everybody's pranking people and, oh, it was just a prank. Oh, it was just a prank. Well, this nigga wasn't playing. You know what I mean? This nigga was being real. So know your demographic. Know who you playing with. That's the whole fuck around and find out. Like, people get juiced up on their phones and on their keyboards, and then they take that same energy that they channeled online, thinking that's gonna fly, where niggas is real. So, meanwhile, the being is being myself, being honest, being open, being real, or being vulnerable. These is not acting. So when you're being yourself, you're not acting like someone else. And then the thinking. The thinking and the knowing is two different parts, meaning you know how to tie your shoes. You know what it's like to eat free lunch. You know how to drive. Like, you don't think you can drive. You know you can drive. You know what it's like to be pregnant. You know what it's like to have kids. I know what it's like to be locked up in jail. So I don't have to think about what that's like. You may think you know what's going on in Atlanta, but in case you ain't been, you don't know. You just have an opinion, and everybody's got an opinion. So, like I said, I allow everybody to have their own opinions, and I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna have my own opinions, and nobody's gonna change my opinions. And the difference between liking and loving somebody, like I said, I've already explained. I said love is unconditional. So when my cousin was stealing out of my mom's purse, I'm pretty sure they didn't like my cousin. You know what I mean? And the love was still there because they still fed us. You know what I mean? Still got us on the bus. They didn't stop doing for us. But like I said, in case one of your kids is doing well and behaving and gets their chores done, I'm pretty sure you like that kid more than you like the one that's you always got to talk to and sit them down, that's always misbehaving. So when people say parents don't have favorite, I know that's a lie. Like, I don't care what you say. Parents have favorites, and I was one of my mom's favorite, meaning I was the youngest, so I did less. I got caught less. I didn't say I did. I mean, I just did say I did less. I got caught less than the older kids. So some of the things I don't like that I put down, just so you guys understand, you're not going to change my opinions on this. You know what I mean? This is what I don't like. In case you got things that you don't like, that's you. It ain't got to be, I don't got to like something just because you don't like something. So I don't like wearing clothes. So any clothes I put on, period, I'm uncomfortable. So learning how to expand my comfort zone is something that I learned from Infinite Waters. So you can have a comfort zone, but you can also be a prison in your own comfort zone. So in case you want to keep your comfort zone, do that. Just expand it. Just, branch out. Be comfortable in other areas. I don't like drama. I don't like the alphabet mafia. I don't like eating meat. I don't like my mom. And me and my mom got history. My mom just called me, and I'm going to go to church with them at 6. So meanwhile, I love my mom. I just don't like them. They got me locked up. They beat me. We got a long history. So meanwhile, I don't like PDA. I don't like fake people. I don't like stereotypes. I don't like labels. I don't like holidays. I don't like mayo, ranch, or sour cream. I don't like people telling me what to do. I don't like authority. And like I said, in case you think on this line, like people and labels and boxes, I don't like you either. But one thing that SZA told me on, I want to say it's Garden, they granny was like, I don't got to fool with you. And just because I don't like you don't mean I have to talk about you or treat you mean. I could just stay out your way. And that's how I operate. In case I don't like you, I ain't got to talk about you. I ain't got to treat you mean. I could just stay out of your way and let you do you. And I'm going to do me. So